Welcome to the Threegold presentation in the Agora Online Gold and Commodities Conference. I am Antoine Fournier, president of the company, and I will be presenting our company to you today, as well as answering questions posted by investors who are watching the presentation at our scheduled time. If you are watching this presentation outside of our scheduled time, please post your questions, as we will be checking in over the next couple of days to answer them. Today I'll introduce you to Threegold Resources, our exploration approach, as well as our three main projects, which are Mercier, Lemieux, and Adenac. Threegold is a diversified company. Our approach has been to focus on projects, which means that in our portfolio we have precious metal projects, we have base metal projects, as well as rare metal projects. Our approach is a versatile approach. We tend to avoid recipes, and we use the exploration tools that are available. We keep an open mind. We are open-minded to new concepts and new theories, and we always keep on track of what new developments are being made. Our playground is Quebec. Quebec has a very prolific geology, and the government is pro-mining and offers good incentives to exploration companies. I'll introduce you now to our exploration approach, and this is very well documented in the Mercier project. When we started the Mercier project, it was a small dot appearing on the map at the boundary between two geological provinces. Historically, there had been some copper discovered on the project, but very little of exploration had been done. So we took the project. The initial step in our exploration was to fly an airborne geophysical survey, and the target was very well outlined by the magnetic signature of the intrusive. Our initial step in exploration was to fly an airborne geophysical survey, and the survey revealed a very well-defined target. Our next step was, because there is no outcrop available, we had to use an indirect approach to our exploration, so we carried out a soil geochemical survey. We collected soil samples on the entire property and assayed those soils for copper initially, as well as other metals. The copper gave a very strong signature in the center of the anomaly, and this was confirmed by cobalt and nickel as well. The geochemical surveys as well as the geophysical surveys brought us to a diamond drilling program which began in January of 2008. Diamond drilling revealed some very different rocks, and initial assaying produced some anomalous results for rare earth elements, which are seen in the cerium and lanthanum, as well as rare metals for the niobium and tantalum. Those results prompted us to reassay the rocks for their rare earth contents, and we were very surprised to actually define some very large zones, up to 50 meters, with very high rare earth element content that are grade up to 3% rare earth. Based on these initial results, we defined the entire rare earth series, the 17 elements, and these results allowed us to calculate the heavy to light rare earth ratios. The heavy rare earths are the ones that are sought because they're worth more than the light rare earths. We can see from those results that we have a ratio that varies from 1 to almost 10%, which shows that we have differentiation, which means that the heavy rare earths will not be found at the same place as the light rare earths in our property. Rare earths are used in a variety of applications, ranging from hybrid cars to small electronics, catalytic converters, as well as the glass and the nuclear medicine. Who's behind Threegold? Myself, Antoine Fournier. I got a BSc in geology from Concordia University of Montreal, as well as a master's degree from McGill University of Montreal. I have 15 years of experience in exploration, ranging from precious metals to high-tech metals and diamonds. Also, Octavio Suarez, CFO of the company. Mr. Suarez served throughout his career in the public sector and assisted in launching a variety of private and public companies. Also, Mr. Daniel Duval, Vice President Corporate Development. Mr. Duval spent 15 years with Agnico Eagle and participated in the building of the La Ronde mine. Financial information, the share price currently is at 19 cents, our 52-week high and low, 6 cents and a half and 19 cents. We have almost 43 million shares outstanding with a market cap of $8.1 million. Warrants, 3.9 million warrants, 2.4 million options, which brings a fully diluted float of 49 million shares. Major shareholder is Dayanor Resources, and funds involved are Century Select, SIDEX, Sodemex. The directors of the company, chairman of the board is Mr. Richard Tanguay, a businessman from the Montreal region who is the president of Block International, a company that specializes in hotel supplies. Mr. Daniel Duval, who is also CFO and chairman of Dayanor Resources. John Ryder, who is president and CEO of Dayanor Resources. Octavio Soares, who is CFO of Threegold, and myself, Antoine Fournier, president of the company. Advisors, Sylvain Laberge is in investor relations. Sanson Belair, Deloitte Touche are the auditors of the company. Miller Thompson Pouliot, the legal advisors, and Computershare is the transfer agent. The technical team is formed of Robert Tremblay, professional geologist, Renat Jean, professional geologist, Louis Caron, professional geologist. All three geologists have over 30 years experience. Mr. John Irvine is technical advisor for geophysics, and Bernard-Olivier Martel, who is a consulting geologist with the company. We also used a variety of firms, a specialized firm, MRB and Associates based in Val-d'Or, geological consulting firm, Quantech Geophysical Services, which is a geophysical consulting firm, Geosciences, which specializes in quaternary geology, and Earthmetrics, which are satellite imagery specialists. The objectives of the company to develop the base metal potential of the projects, which is copper, zinc, nickel potential, and the precious metal potential on our gold and silver properties. And more recently, with the Mercier project, Threegold will also investigate the green energy sector. Our playground is the province of Quebec, but remain open to acquisition throughout the Americas. I'd like to introduce you to our other projects, Lemieux Dome. Lemieux is located on the Gaspé Peninsula of Quebec. Gaspé Peninsula is host to a number of occurrences and former mines, namely the Gaspé copper mine, which produced 141 million tons of copper ore. The Lemieux Dome property is located within 15 kilometers from this Gaspé copper project. On the project itself, we see that there has been historically 5 historical mines or advanced exploration projects, 13 exploration targets, 4 new occurrences have been located by Threegold Resources, and a number of geophysical targets that have been outlined by the company. Why this project? Well, the initial discovery was made in 1909. There's been small-scale production for lead and zinc on the project and very little exploration on the past 50 years. The Adanac project is a project located in the Abitibi, just off on a splay of the well-known Cadillac Larder Lake Break. There are 3 gold-bearing structures on the property. Historically, there's been a small-scale gold production from a shaft that only reached 90 meters below surface level, and compilation of historical data has shown that the gold structure extends further. Our exploration approach on this project has been to collect soil samples and assay those samples for gold. The yellow points shown on the slide gives you an idea of the gold that's been collected, the gold that's been assayed at the various locations on the project. In blue, you will see the outline of the underground workings that were developed in the 30s, and you can judge from this that the most interesting targets seem to be located on either side of the old workings. Threegold launched a diamond drilling project in the fall of 2009, and results are expected shortly. Threegold is a young, active, and dynamic company with a strong management and a seasoned technical team. The three main projects each offer an excellent potential for a major discovery, and they are located in diversified geological environments. Threegold is determined to find the next mine in Quebec. That concludes our presentation. I want to thank you all for joining us and encourage all of you to take this opportunity and post any questions you may have about the company. For those of you who are watching this presentation at its scheduled time, please begin posting your questions now. For those of you watching this presentation outside of our scheduled time, please post your questions now and check back later for our responses. Thank you.